new project that I just finished, and it's called Irish Blessings. It is a creative journal, creative or junk journal. I can't even talk. I've had a long day today, but it is a creative junk journal folio. And this is just kind of an image with all the greens and everything that's what it's going to look like. So I have that in our shop. I think I have it in our shop. So it's available for immediate purchase, and we'll get that shipped out to you right away. So I am going to now put you in my phone holder, and we'll see how things go, and hopefully it's set up correctly. So let's get that set up here. The other thing before I do that, I guess, is that, oopsie, I'm dropping something. Sorry about that. The other thing I have is a stuffed tag. It is the same type of color theme for St. Patrick's Day. And here it is. Looks like this. And it is also in my Buy It Now available for you as well. Thank you for stopping in, Angie. Appreciate it. I'm going to set my phone up here and we will get to crafting, putting together the Irish Blessings folio. So just give me a minute here and we'll get that going. Let's see. I think I have to flip. Whoops. What's going on here? You're looking at my ceiling. Isn't that wonderful? Where is the where's the my settings? I see nothing on here. Boom, 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 boom. Well, it was there. Done. I lost all my stuff on the side of my whatnot screen here. Oh my goodness. There. If I go there, I still see no settings. How do I flip my screen then? Oh, let's see. Swipe. I swiped it. That's what I did. Okay. So I'm going to switch this like that. And I'm going to put you up here like this. Whoopsie. Maybe I will and maybe I won't. There we go. Got you in the phone holder. Yay. All right. So like I said, we are going to be putting together the Irish Blessings folio tonight. I want to get my laptop up and running here as well so I can maybe see comments along the way here. Let's see. Open the show. And we'll get the show on the road. Maybe. Hopefully it works. What's going on? I got a spinning wheel tonight. Thank you all for stopping in. I appreciate it. I am there just checking everything here on my laptop. We're doing good. Let me open up Facebook. I'm streaming into Facebook as well. So let me open up that so I can check on people over there. Let's pop in here. Oh, come on. My computer is running slow. Slow. I want to go here. And there I am. And on Facebook, you'll see it vertical. So, and let's do YouTube here real quick. I should have gotten all this set up earlier, and I didn't. Shame on me. But I was scrambling like normal. Let's see here. I'm going to log out of this. Switch. That's what I'm going to do. Switch. Go to this. Come on. There we go. Now, if I look for me, there I am here. All right, I'm on YouTube. Let's see if I find any comments here. Live chat. Not sure what's going on there. I am still learning all the things. Open panel. It doesn't let me open the panel. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to get to putting this little gem together. So it is all things Irish. Lots of green shamrocks. We got some little characters and some fun stuff that's going to be included in this kit. So we're going to start putting together the cover of the journal, and I've already pre-cut all my pieces so that this process goes a bit faster. And so here is the cover, and this paper is going to be the inside. Now you do have a couple other choices, I believe. Let's see here. I think we have another choice. We have this other paper that you can choose as your inside if you wanted to. Or you can use this to put on the back of our tags. Right now I've just left them blank so that I can put, little sentiments or something on it if I wanted to. So that's what's going on there. And let me pop over here again. All right. I think we're good to go. All right, so what I have done on this piece of paper, because my printer does not print to the edges, I have cut off these two sides because I am going to glue the back of this, and then I am going to put it down onto this corner, and then we'll cut out the remainder. So let's put some glue on here. And I'm just using some Elmer's school glue. I have some better glue, but I want to get this used up. I have better glue that's in my links. If you are on Facebook, I do have my favorite products listed in the featured post, I believe. So it will have some really nice glues, my preferred glues. But I want to get, like I said, get this used up, and so I can use all my products. I'm just putting this glue stick all over the cover, and then again I am going to lay this down on this corner. I had the two edges cut off. Right. And I'm just taking my bone folder and I'm just running that over the top so I get a nice good adhesion. And that looks good. On my scissors here, and we're going to cut out around the perimeter of this. One thing that I could have done, and I was looking for some black lace, is that we could have put some lace, laid some lace here on this edge, because that edge is part of the flap of the folio that holds it closed. All right, getting there. Like that. And then we're going to just trim this off here quick. I have a little extra that didn't get quite covered. I have a little on the bottom here too. There we go. And then this rest of this here we can use for some other projects, some scrap projects that I'll be coming up with at some point. Okay, looking good here. Anybody joining me over here? Nobody yet. And I still see no comments. I don't know how this live chat works. Maybe it works when somebody chats. All right. So now what I need to do is I need to fold this. So there are two different papers here, and I'm going to fold it along this line and then along this line here. So we are just going to do our best here to fold them on those lines. Like that. So I just pre-folded it with my fingers, and now again I'm taking that bone folder and I'm making a nice crisp crease. And then we will do the same for the flap. And I'm just going to just fold the flap over. I'm not really concerned about the folding it on around the lines there, because I want this to fit nicely. Now you may not notice, but what happens when you fold this over, it's like stretches the paper some. So the bottom paper, our liner paper, is now looking like it's larger than our paper on the top. So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to have to put a little extra glue in there too. Sometimes that happens with these cheaper glue sticks. So I would recommend buying the more expensive glue sticks so that your project stays together for a longer duration. All right, so let's first, I need to keep it, in order to trim it, I need to kind of keep it folded. So let's open up this side and we'll fold over this, and then we'll go ahead and we will trim as close as we can. And if you didn't want to do this, that's why it's I wanted to put some lace in here. It would really cover that up, and I'm not doing a great job of trimming. So what we're going to do next, I didn't do a very good job, and it's a little difficult to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some additional glue in here first off, and then we're going to ink the edges, and we're going to hope that by inking the edges it will cover up that white. So I am going to use I really like using the art glitter glue. It dries quickly and it really seals the edges really, really nicely. So I'm just going to get some in there. And then I'm going to run my bone folder over that. And I need to get my pen back in my nozzle here so it doesn't dry out my glue. Okay, so we have that now. Now, the other thing that I've done tonight is that I needed to use my black ink tonight because of the coloring of this. I didn't want to use brown. I thought black would be more appropriate. So my little pad for my dauber here was brown with my brown ink. And so I couldn't find my other daubers. So I have these um, felt rounds that you typically would use for chairs for that would slide on maybe wood floors and such. And I put a little Velcro thing on it, and here I'm using that as my pad for my ink dauber here. And it really is doing a nice job in covering up that white. So we're going to go all the way around this, and then we'll also put some ink on our folds. Fold this, get some ink in there. Get a little distressing. We'll do that on the flap here as well. All right, that looks great. Now, let's see here. Hi, Zep, or Karen. Thank you for stopping in. I am putting together a St. Patrick's Day junk journal folio. So we've just gotten started. We put together the cover here. So that's what we're working on tonight. And now I'm looking for my pockets. I have some pockets here I've cut out that we're going to place in here. Let's see, let's do this. I'm going to put these here, I think. So those would look nice like that. So what we're going to do is these pockets have tabs on them, and we'll fold those. Can you tell me where you're from, Karen? I am from Northeast Iowa. So we just, last week, we had a big snowstorm, and we got dumped on like by 10 to 15 inches of snow in our area. I was actually not home when it happened. My husband was home, and I was down in Des Moines spending time with my son and grandsons at state wrestling competition. So thank you. Hi there, Donna. Thanks for stopping in. I am creating a St. Patrick's Day themed junk journal folio, and we're just going to be putting in our pockets now. So I'm just going to do some inking on these edges here quick. I do have a few things in my buy it now. I actually have this journal and some stuffed tags that I created, as well as a couple other journal kits. All right. So I like to go live on Thursday evenings, and do some kind of a craft project here on Whatnot. I wasn't able to last week because I was, like mentioned earlier, I was in Des Moines. So, all right, let's see here. Let's glue these. Okay. So I'm just adding some of the art glitter glue to the tabs here. And I'm not putting them clear to the edge. You can do that, but I decided since the fold is right here, I thought that we could kind of move away slightly from the edges this time. All right, so we have those. Now we have some more pockets, and we can put a pocket here as well. We can put some pockets here, or I have this. Envelope. Let's fold this up and just take a look at it and see how we like that for placement on the back here. Or what we could do, if we don't like it on the back, we can stick it in one of our pockets. So we could place it on the back. We could put this in one of our pockets here. If we wanted to, instead of putting a pocket on, we could have laid it on our page like this as well, like up here, and then put one of these smaller pockets down below. So you have lots of variety, lots of versatility when you make these. You get to create them. It's your creation, so you get to do it how you would like. Let's see. I think I'll put. I like these two together. Put this one over here. No. I think we'll go this way. All right. So we're going to put this one on this front cover here. Again, I need to fold in these tabs. Like so. That. All right, let me see here. If anybody's over here, just real quick. Hi there, Nancy. Hope your night is going well. I still see nothing over there. All right. So we have those folded. I'm just going to again take my bone folder and we're just going to run across those, get a nice sharp edge. And we're going to put this one here. Like that. These are just really quick little projects, something to help release some stress from the day. It's just a little me time, and you get to do some creative, something creative. Oh, I forgot to, maybe we come take that off. I wanted to ink my edges, so my glue wasn't dry quick yet, so we were able to lift that up quick and get these edges done real quick here. And we'll put a little more glue back on here and lay it back down. Now, putting glue on is, or excuse me, not glue, but inking your edges is an optional thing. I like to do it with most of my projects. It just gives it just a little extra aging. It kind of ages it. I kind of like that look. All right, so we're going to fold these pocket tabs over. Like that. We're going to put our bone folder over those edges. And before I forget, let's get some ink on them edges. That one. Let's get this one done. All right, come on. Come on here. Fold over nicely. You're being a little stinker. There we go. All right, that looks good. Okay. Now, do we want this one? I think I'll put this one like that on the bottom. Yeah. So this is going to come down here. All right. Get this more glue on my tabs. And we're going to lay down in there. Yes, I am doing a St. Patrick's Day project, Nancy. It's my second project that I have created entirely myself, so I'm kind of getting the hang of this new skill set that I have picked up, so I really am having some fun with it. Okay, so earlier we worked on this envelope, and so I want to fold in, or I've already folded in the edges, or the flaps, I should say. And so the two smaller flaps go in first, and then the bigger flap goes over the top here. And I need to, first I'm going to put a little glue just right there to hold the two middle flaps together. And then I'm going to add some glue. I'm not sure how far up. I don't want to, yeah, that should work for perfect. I didn't want to glue too far up for fear that I would close my little envelope. That wouldn't be much of an envelope then. All right, so there's our envelope, and I am going to put my pen back in here quick. Oopsie. Like that. Okay, so I want to just ink up my edges here. All right, that looks great. So now this we can stick in one of these pockets wherever we would like. Probably won't be. We can go down there if we wanted to. I don't know if it'll go this direction. No, it won't go that direction. So there's a couple options there. Well, we have some tags here we'll be working on. Well, let's look at all these. I have a bunch of, these are called fussy cuts, and so we have a little gal. I don't know why she has green on her cheeks, but she does. We have some little washi tape pieces. We have some tickets. I have some kind of Celtic scripted, and this one says, "May your troubles be less and your blessings be more, and nothing but happiness come through your door," kind of a Irish blessing. Here's another one that says, "A good friend is like a four-leaf clover, hard to find and lucky to have." Here, this can be used for a little bookmark or just another little tag. We've got one that says, "Let the shenanigans begin," and then just a couple little like scripty note cards that you can make little notes on the back. And here we have like a, I don't know, it's just like a Irish blessings where it says, "Be balanced, speak with love, be kind, know your power, mind boundaries, honor your word, listen with love." So I thought that was kind of appropriate for this. So let's put these two letters inside our envelope. And then I think I'm going to put the little crust in here as well. I'll just stick this in here for now. And then on this side, we have some more fun stuff. I have a little card, little cupcake card with the little leprechaun hat. And then you can't have a good St. Patrick's Day without some beverages. And then I have lots of other little fussy cuts. We have lots of shamrocks. We have another little cute cupcake. We got some mushrooms. We have some gold coins. We have a plaid bow. We have a heart-shaped shamrocks. Irish and his potato he's riding. Gold coins, pot of a little leprechaun with his clover. So we have lots of little fun things we can stick here and there. And then I have some more over here. I have, we have some lattes, coffee first, Some more shamrocks. We have a cute entry door and a little gnome, I guess he is. I'll put him here. All right, so now let's so these little fussy cuts just can kind of get stuck wherever you would like them. You can add them to your tags, and we'll be doing that here in a second. So here are our tags, and we're going to doll them up. Let's put this over here. Oh, you know, maybe what we could do, covers up the little raccoon. We'll put this guy down here. Whoopsie. They all jumped out of there. All right. I think partly it's because these pockets have those tabs, and so they have a little more room. So I think that's why they jump out. So we will figure out a way to keep them in there better. But let's I'm going to use these and some coins. Let's see here what we got. I think I want to put this gentleman there. Well, maybe he's going to go right here on the cover, and this little lady can go right there. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to glue this guy. I think I want to ink up the edges on him first. So he's going to go right there. That, and then she will go right here. Let me see over here. Check what's going on over here. All right, now we have these little washi tape strips. We can put them on here. So I have all of these fussy cuts that I have here do not need to be used, all of them. I just have them available for you for, you know, whatever your tastes are. I am kind of going towards the more of the shenanigans, so we're going to use one of these little guys with the beverage. Which one do I want? Do I want the mustache, or we're going to go with this one? And he's going to kind of be a dangle, or I could even glue him to the tag. Kind of like that. I think I'm going to glue him to the tag. Yes, I like that. And we could even probably put a gold coin on there too. Let's see, maybe I like this one. Let's do that. Make sure my little stem is in the right direction. We don't want it upside down. Okay, I kind of like that. So there's one tag that we have done. But I want to put some ribbons on there yet. So here, I think I want to make a dangle with this one. Yeah. Or let's get some, I have some, bought some green ribbons tonight, this afternoon. I had to take my husband in for some testing. And so I had an opportunity to stop at Hobby Lobby and I got me some green ribbon. So I think I kind of like want to get some texture on here, but I don't know if that's the right thing I want. Let's see what else. I got something over here. Oh, I got some laces here. Let's see what this. Maybe put a little piece of this behind this. Or I could make this like a little pull tab, and I can glue another tag behind it. Let's do that. This can go on top. I like that. Okay, so what we're going to do to glue this piece of lace down is I want to use some tacky glue. Changing up my glues so that the fabric will adhere to the paper better. Like that. And then we can go around the edge with our art glitter glue. I'll put a little dab up here. Oh, come on. Oh, it helps if I take the cap off. All right, there we go. Okay, there we are. And now we can put our little basket on here. I don't think we need to add anything else to that. I think that looks cute. That looks good. So there was our other tag. Here, this one has some gold coins. Let's add this one. But maybe, I have it here. Thinking about adding this with a little dimensional tape, and I don't know that I have it right here. I don't. So that'll be all right. We could have a dangle with one of our tickets and just place our gold coin on there. Let's do that. Here, I want to punch a hole in this. There we go. Let's see. All right, now let's get some ink on this. All right, like that. And let's try this green ribbon. Maybe this is more of a chiffon ribbon, I think. It is, but it's wired. So we're going to cut our length of ribbon that we want. And then we're going to pull the wires out. Just like that. Now I want to dovetail these. Because it is a wider ribbon. And I like to singe the ends of my ribbons because sometimes they like to fray. So just adding a little flame to the end will help that. And now we're going to run our ribbon through our pieces. Come on. Maybe just too thick for this. And I think it is. I think we're going to ultimately end up tearing it. So we're going to use this ribbon someplace else in another tag that's not so bulky, but I have some gold ribbon we can use. That will look nice. There we go. So I put the folded edge through first, and then I take my two tails and I run it through the loop, and then just pull it tight. So there is our another tag. We have two more here. Let's just use this ribbon here for this tag. We're not going to do anything special to it, just this pretty ribbon. This ribbon is a little stiff. Let's see here. You know, maybe we should just tie it. That's what we should do. There. Doesn't have quite as much bulk in that hole, so now we can just tie a knot at the top. There we go. That's better. There, that's perfect. Perfect. All right, let's see here. We have one more. And what do we want to do with this one here? Let's cover this up quick. We could do a dangle with this as well. I kind of like that. Coffee first. Let's get just a little ink on these. Like that. And then, oh, I have another okay, what do we have for ribbon? This one. Should we do another? I think we should do another gold. I think that's just very pretty. And break up that green. So we're going to run the ribbon through both of our pieces. And before I get too carried away, you won't be able to see this, but it just doing what we just did, running it through, has frayed it here. So I'm just going to see if this will. I'm going to need to cut it off and start fresh, so that this little flame just kind of singes it a little bit, and it keeps it nice looking. So that looks great. We have one more tag over here. Let's put this guy on there. Let's put it clear to the bottom though. There we go. Let's put a little ink on it first. And then some glue. You know what we could have done, but I've been thinking, is only glued. Let's do that. We're just going to wipe some of this glue off. I'm going to ball the glue off and let it dry. Just let this dry a minute. What we're going to do is we're going to make a pocket out of this. We're going to have a pocket on top of this tag, and we'll be able to stick little things inside. So it's almost dry here, and we'll be able to do that. What else do I have here that we can pretty up? Maybe we put this little guy. We're going to use this. We might use this on this pocket over here, but let's get this guy finished up first. All right, so I think that's dry, nice and dry. And we're going to put that right there, but we're only going to put glue around the edges, not all the way to the top, so we can have a pocket. Like that. And then we can stick our ticket inside. Yeah, that's kind of cute. What else do we have here? We have this guy. Let's not put that in there though. Oh, these are cute. We have to get some ribbons on these two pieces though. All right, let's put some ribbons on these. Let's see, we have the gold and the green. And if we put another piece of the green on one of these, I'll pull that wire out of here first, if I can get it. Here we are. There's that one. And that one. Let's dovetail our ends. And then we'll singe our ends. So this is the fun part of creating with junk journals, is the creative process of making it your own by doing all the embellishing of it with things that you have probably already at home. Okay, we want it on this one or in this one. We're going to put it on this lighter one this time. Because two people can buy the same kit, but it's going to look very different how each of you will put your kit together. All right, let's just open those up a little bit. That looks great. And let's go another gold. All right, we're getting there. It's coming together. All right, there those are. And we said we're going to put this little coin here. Let's put a little ink on it quick. Let's get it right side down. I'm going to stick this over here. You know, I think what we're going to do is, because these are just, we're just going to put a little glue on the edges here, just to hold the pocket a little more against the, so our stuff don't keep popping out. I don't want to go all this work and it doesn't want to stay in its little cubby. There we go. Little door up here. No, I want the door down here. That guy's up there. So now we're just going to put our tags in wherever we would like. Let's go with this one here. Put this guy here. This one over here. We have this one. We'll just stick in here. So that's one thing you can do with your little dangles and have them kind of peeking out of the pocket. And then we have this. Let's put this one over here. And I'd like to use this little guy. I think it's so cute. We can put it on one of our pockets back here. I think I'm going to put it on this one up here. Nope, I think I'm going to put it down here. So I'm just going to glue that on. Like that. Get our little pockets back in. And we are finished with our fun little project. Now you all are going to have extra pieces, and that's fine. You can use those in other journals you create, or you can just stick them in randomly. Now the other thing that we need to do is, like, we need to close this, have a closure here. So what I am just going to pop these out. I am just going to use a Velcro closure tonight for this. So it's hook and loop. So I'm just going to put both pieces together, and then I'm taking the cover off, and then we're going to lay that down like that. And so that closes it like that. We'll get our other things back in this little pocket. Hopefully we don't run into a problem. We'll see. We shall see. And I'll have to make sure everything is tucked over to the side. I'll take this card out. There we go. Close it like that. And we'll put this guy back here by the door. Like that. So there is our finished piece tonight. It's our Irish Blessings Junk Journal Folio Kit, where you're going to get 11 pre-printed pages, and it will be enough to do the entire piece, as well as you'll have some extra fun little fussy cuts that you can stick in here or use for other projects. And if you are interested in this, it is in my Whatnot shop as a buy it now item. And then if you are on Facebook or on YouTube, I will have a post with the way to purchase this. And I appreciate you stopping by tonight. There's also the Blessings and Blarney stuffed tags that I've created that are very similar to, or has the same color theme as our little folio that we put together here tonight. So let's just see here. So that's all I have tonight. I am planning to have another live stream on next Thursday. We'll do another project, and then I am hoping to do a de-stash sale. Not that I have de-stashed anything yet, so I have some work ahead of me. Hopefully I get that done here so we can have that de-stash Whatnot sale here soon. So it is planned, it is scheduled, but I may need to reschedule it depending on how things go around here. So I appreciate you stopping by, and we will see you again next week, and hope you enjoyed. If you have questions, let me know and I will respond to comments. Thank you so much. Have a great evening, everyone.